And this is how you get your equation done. Are there any questions? Yes. What's your question?
My main goal is to blow up.
Yeah, it's me. I have no sunglasses on. Lost my lenses, and that made me contemplate for last weekend's video, which was going to be this video. Today I wanted to be talking about this whole school idea I have and how, pretty epic I had it as a kid. Because today, as a junior, it's not, I mean, you get to see some crazy stuff, I guess, but it's like so boring. Like, no recess, no nap times. Not that I can remember nap times, but like, it's just boring with some crazy stuff. But that's like once in a while because, you know, every day in my old school, younger days, you had crazy stuff anyways. And here I am today to talk about those stuff. So I went on with two elementary schools. The first one I went to was planned to be demolished after I left that elementary school. So that happened. Now, what I caused in that elementary school was a ruckus, as you so call it. And how that ruckus went was a bit like this. Fitz, share the crayons. No! Fitz, share the crayons. No! Oh my fucking god. Fitz, share the goddamn crayons. No! I want! And that's how I legit remembered it. I honestly did not remember it like a slow, just sit in the corner type stuff. It was like that. Just get your ass out of here, go into detention right away. Which is the only thing I can give out a compliment towards that school, which is their rapid security team. Bastards got more faster. Jesus Christ, my dad's calling me. No. And that's how I remember it. Literally, the bastards took me in and out. So the next one I'm going to be talking about is what happened in my second elementary school that I attended to. Now, this elementary school's rules was so just bonkers, mate. I tell you what, like, you cannot be playing tag in the field, is what they say. These counselors, all those jazz. It's just, why? Well, a bunch of elementary school kids, we have this big grass field right there, and you expect us not to play tag? Shit, that's like getting a whole addict to quit, like, just with words. You don't, like, force them with anything. You just say, quit. Then, no, nothing happens. Nothing changes. Shit. But this story doesn't consist with that rule, because there's another rule that, I didn't like or abide to as of this story. It was that no toys were allowed. I guess, they just don't want us to have fun. I mean, hell, they had a whole playground for us to play on, so we still had fun, but it's like, let's bring the fun to them. We the kids are promoting this school. We grow up and say, oh yeah, I remember that school. Pretty ass it was. Oh yeah, hated that place. Cafeteria was pretty shitty too, oh, the ladies over there? Oh no, they're all a bunch of bitches is what they are, Fuck you. Anyway, so with that rule of no toys allowed, I, felt a little rebellious and decided I wanted to bring my little plushy Bonnie. It's a little screen right there. With that rule noted, I decided to still bring in my plushy Bonnie right here. And yeah, I'm very terrible at concealing it against the supervisors.
I like playing with my toy. Oye, Dios mío, no, mijo. You cannot have toys around the school area.
Please, Pete, I need this. My mom is kind of homeless. I live with my dad. I want to help her out.
Speed, I'm watching the stream while you try not to laugh, bro. That's disrespectful as shit, bro. The fuck is wrong with you, bro? Stop fucking laughing, bro.
Just like that, I got him back, but I vowed myself to never, ever break that rule, because I would have broken another rule, but this one was more like standard school rules, and I'll talk about that in another sequel, so on and so forth. Anyways, this last story of this school is going to be consisting of my middle school. I believe this was my early ones. for all I know, because at that time it was the 2020s. Now, this whole school system, rules, it was more shittier than the last one. I tell you what, you cannot, I shit you not, you cannot have a logo that is bigger than a quarter. Holy shit, when I heard that rule. Even as a scholar person, I found myself thinking, what kind of a bullshit rule is this? Like, I've been dedicating my whole rest of semester of elementary school to following rules, and this is what I get? Even I knew this rule was bullshit, and this whole rule is just strict. It's like, I would rather deal with elementary with no tag, because at that age, I don't think I ever got rid of my fun and demeanor of tagging people. I would rather deal with that than deal with logos that is excessively not available when it's bigger than a quarter. But anyways, in this time period, I've had stories I would make on the school Chromebook, and I would make these stories on Google Slideshow. Now, what consisted of these stories was a bit of yeah, it consisted of that. I don't think I'm allowed to say it. I can just hopefully hint it out, because oh boy, how did I get past that grade after my whole fiasco? Eventually they found out, and I was called into the office. I was searched. I don't know if they did body search too, but with times like these, I wouldn't be surprised. Even my mom was there, actually, and had a lot of questions and answers for the officers over there, saying stuff like, no, I did not intend to do that. So otherwise, I got off scot-free, and I would later learn that when I was making these stories, I did it on my younger brother's Chromebook. So they initially went after my younger brother before they came back to me, realizing whose account is under whose. And I'm surprised there wasn't even a lockdown, because I would have heard it from like many of my friends over there, or at least heard it from the school. But it seemed like they just did it under the radar. Like, yeah, they had threats of it, but I'm so glad I added this, because I knew this could have been possible, but I obviously neglected it. But in these slideshows, I've added a little bit of a fake story. Do not take it seriously. I added a little warning saying that for those who find it, it's just a story. I don't mean no harm, but obviously they gotta take it seriously somehow, because it's crazy times out there. So I'm glad they took it serious, but at the same time, take my word for it. Anyways, I just want to talk about all these things. That's pretty much it. See ya.